Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking ins and outs, intricacies and the huge revelation that came to light in Kabam's long-term roadmap we have all been waiting for well over a month. What? Oh, my bad, sorry. Apparently me as a non-native English speaker, well, apparently I can't be trusted with the definition of early June. Therefore, please do accept my apologies, and we will not be discussing long-term roadmap. However, we will be taking a look at the information that has come to light. So first and foremost, we have Kabam Post. We appreciate that you have been waiting patiently for more information, and our team has been hard at work getting the roadmap together for you. We're getting closer to a finished product and plan to have something to share with you before end of the week. End of next week, sorry, my bad. So end of next week. Why is it taking so long? You have all given us a lot of feedback lately, and we have been actively working to address as much of it as possible. We're not just showing you what we had planned before. Well, actually, that's the only thing they have done so far, as in revealed short-term roadmap, which was in fact only the things they had been working on before. But okay, because the plan is gone. Okay, that's good. We are both working on adjusting and pivoting the future of the contest at the same time that we are writing this up to present to you. You can expect a multi-part series that touches on the future of many different aspects of the contest. Right, so basically, yeah, no roadmap probably till next Friday, because if there's one thing we have learned by Kabam, if they say Hulkbuster buff is going to be in June, that means that 29th or 30th of June when the update for July comes out. If we have learned that Alliance Quest is getting cheaper, then we have learned it's getting cheaper by like 1% because they are also reducing the amount of gold gives back. So in this case, it is very reasonable to assume that if Kabam says before end of the next week, we're likely looking at the last working day of next week, which would be next Friday, which is by no means early June anymore, which had many of us hoping, because to any reasonable person early June would finish yesterday on 10th of June, but hey, whichever. Again, so first and foremost, the implications of this, and I want to make myself perfectly clear that Kabam is right now, with the way they are handling this, in my personal opinion, creating a lot of problems for themselves on top of the problems they already have. So my thought process would have been, if Kabam actually got involved in this thread when it started well over a month ago and had posted, I don't know, whether weekly updates or updates every 2 weeks, or at least as and when they kind of like got something together, then community would be a lot more calmer right now, because they would know that Kabam is listening, working, and they would also know half of the things that they expect. The problem right now is that everything kind of hangs on this one big announcement. So everybody is hyping. This announcement has more kind of like weight put on its shoulders by Kabam every single day. Every single day there are more and more people waiting for this, getting more and more impatient, and the longer Kabam put this off, it's gonna be worse for them, because even if they address 90% of the problems in it, you just know that there are still gonna be people unhappy with it. The problem with it, the longer this time period from the point where people initially started complaining to the actually getting something presented in front of them, the anticipation and the expectations are increased. And initially, probably, and a couple weeks ago, I would have made this video in like vastly different tone, obviously, and probably much more aggressive. But at this point, again, I am half empty, like as in like I don't expect nothing from them and I still get disappointed, but I'm trying to approach this kind of like theme from just more of an informative nature and kind of rationing my thought process of what's happening, rather than trying to sway anybody else's opinion in my favor, or defending Kabam, or pro kind of like Kabam hate. I don't know. The point of the matter is that I personally believe that a lot of the problems currently, right now, in the game, and a lot of people who are currently unhappy with the game, have been made so by the inactivity of Kabam, by this whole mysterious, I don't know, CCP presentation thing, and then an announcement was disappointing, and then this wait on long-term roadmap, which said early June, so people again started hoping starting 1st of June, and people kind of like at 10th of June, they were definitely, we're gonna get it now. Like, Kabam just keeps putting it off. And all of that builds player frustration, all of that builds anticipation, and all of that puts more and more weight on this long-term roadmap to a point where it goddamn close has to be the perfect document presented, as in, like, if it's anything less than the meaning of life and Jesus' second coming, there will be people who will be let down by this whole long waiting period, by the anticipation. By the way, Kabam is not giving players like any information on what they're working on or releasing it in phases, but they're just building this anticipation where people are waiting, and they're waiting, and the longer they're waiting, the more of these complaints come in. None of them get addressed, so more of the people get annoyed by X, Y, or Z. More of the people are kind of coming forward with their problems, and even most of the people who initially were kind of like defending Kabam, look at Kabam, they're working, they're listening, they presented this short-term roadmap, give them time, they understood their mistakes, they have done bad in the past, but Kabam is trying to listen to us. More and more of those people are stepping back from Kabam right now, because if Kabam really was listening, then something would have had been done. Like, this is Kabam putting all their eggs in one basket, which is called a long-term roadmap. And that's never like a good strategy, in my opinion. And that shows already. That shows, and the general state of the game shows already in the community, which is the second thing that I wanted to talk about. And that is, even content creators, even members of CCP, even unrelated content creators are just saying goodbye to the game. So I am close to doing the same thing. I really don't have much enthusiasm at Marvel Contest of Champions. And as I explained in one of my previous videos, if you hate something, it's fixable. If you absolutely love something, obviously things are great. If you hate something but it still stirs emotions up in you, it's still fixable, because there's only that distance from love to hate and from hate to love. But as long as it gives you some sort of emotions, and as long as you're passionate about something, then that can be mended, that can be worked on, and that the relationship Kabam has with players who are currently frustrated can be fixed. My outlook at Kabam can be mended, as long as I still have an actual kind of passion and desire to work on that relationship. The problem I have right now, and clearly many other content creators, is that they just don't anymore. They just don't care. They're giving up. They have no passion, no drive to wait or listen and work on or hope or accept things for what they are. And that's quite evident. First and foremost, we can take a look now at... one second, I actually wanted to pop in the pictures where I took a screenshot here. We can see Katie Candy is without alliance. She hasn't like made a big deal about it, but I just so happened to notice that there's no alliance tag. That can't be a good sign for the game, right? Then we have KillerBeezy, who just posted that he's leaving MCOC, period. Then we have Arni2, who just posted on Twitter and also on YouTube, made a post that he's done. He's going. He's not interested in waiting another week. He wasn't even like interested in what the roadmap would have had to say yesterday. He just said, "That's it. I'm done." Like, it's another case of you expect so very little from Kabam, but you still somehow end up disappointed. And in this case, people who expected the simplest thing of Kabam, kind of like honoring their own word that they have made a couple of weeks prior, that there is going to be this whole comprehensive response to everything coming in early July. And we didn't give them that timeline. That's a timeline that they set up themselves. And they can't even do that. So, again, it's obviously sad, because both of these guys, Arni and KillerBeezy, I watched even before I did YouTube. I watched them for a long time before. I remember Arni and his Alliance War videos. I remember KillerBeezy and him just being all around funny, cool guy. And yeah, it's not just these people who are explicitly leaving already. Obviously, the amount of content creators who are just stepping back out of their alliances and just kind of like in the shell waiting mode, like we have obviously Brian Grant stepped back a while ago, because realistically I do generally believe that within his personal reasons, that's one thing, but the second thing is he has no way to kind of like keep up with no spending. Cam today had an interesting stream with Hector where also they discussed the point that there's just absolutely no way to keep up if you're not dropping absolutely loads of cash. So Cam has stepped back from his alliance. Then obviously how most famously Seaton, who is stepped back. I have stepped back. Most of bigger kind of like content creators at this point either have no interest to play this game seriously or have recently stepped back. Same as like Dark Lessons has long kind of like abandoned chase of endgame, and it just doesn't look good. It just seriously doesn't look good overall. Because one by one content creators are either stepping back or leaving the game altogether. I know that Seaton and KillerBeezy and probably a whole bunch of others have switched to 7 Deadly Sins, and I'm sure that there are going to be more and more people following them, and that is also my personal impression, kind of like reading line chats, reading everything that's happening. How many alliances right now in the middle of season are looking for recruits? It never happens like that. There are just so many people dropping off that yeah, alliances are shattering apart and they have to merge, and nobody's even interested in like quote unquote waiting for off season now. People just don't care anymore. So I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. I don't want to kind of like end it on too negative. So informative bit of today's video is obviously the fact that Arni and KillerBeezy have completely announced that they are going to be leaving Marvel Concert Champions, period. Then we have the long-term roadmap being delayed till end of next week, and my personal spin on it is, yeah, because it's a horrible idea to delay it any further, just because they had already built up so much expectation on this roadmap as is, let's say today or yesterday. But if people have to wait till next Friday or so, then yeah, again, that roadmap better be some sort of holy grail of MCOC, otherwise the game just might be about done, in my opinion. But yeah, that will do in today's video. So if you guys have managed to stick around this far, as always, here's a little baby Yoda drinking from his little cup, patiently waiting for Kabam to pull a finger out of their bottom and present us with that magical roadmap that will change our lives forever. But all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, share this video with your friends, and catch me live soon. See ya.